I was going on a trip back to my hometown to visit with family and friends. It's fairly far, but I've made this trip dozens of times. Most times I took a plane and occasionally I would drive, but I figured I would take the train this time, just because it was something I'd never done before. The trip would be an overnight ride on one of the oldest, if not the oldest, trains in the country. Everything started off normal. I'd gotten my tickets online and put them on my phone. This is the digital age after all. So I'd check in with the staff and they scanned the ticket off my phone and ushered me aboard the train. It was breathtaking, to say the least. Kind of a mix between old and new, the vintage seats and architecture, flooring, with modern lighting and TV monitors sprinkled in. I made my way back to my rail car, and it was in the smaller car that my seat was. Only about 10 or so seats. It was the one that they had decided to keep more or less the way they had looked for the better part of 85 years. Kind of like a rolling museum. I seemed to have the car all to myself. I sat down and figured I'd catch up on some light reading before trying to get some sleep. "It's almost time," the man said, leaning over from the seat next to me. I jumped. I was sure I'd been alone. He was an older gentleman, seemed nice, and seemed to fit the theme of the car quite well. At first I couldn't put my finger on it, but then it hit me. He was dressed as a vintage conductor, with the outfit complete right down to the small antique glasses. "Excuse me," I managed to say after an awkward silence. He smiled and vanished. I got up and found an employee and brought them to my seat. I explained what happened, but we found nothing out of the ordinary. After they left, I sat there, a bit uneasy. But for quite some time, nothing else happened, and I settled back into my book. Then I heard the voice again, this time from behind me. "Now," he exclaimed. The rail employee decided to check back up on me a few hours later, to see if I had settled in, but they never found me. Just a vintage rail ticket on my seat, neatly punched, destination unknown.